Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors, Shortstop Burger Shakes and Fries of Albany, Oregon, and the Oaks at Lebanon. For more information on Shortstop Hamburger Shakes and Fries, go to southpawspizza.com. And for more information on the Oaks at Lebanon Retirement and Assisted Living, call 541-258-7777. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey, ready to go. Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie on another Monday. And my guest is in the green room. He's dancing, he's grooving. Yes, Phil is ready to go. Woo! Yes, it's going to be a good day. You know what? There are so many people that say, oh, it's Monday. You know what? That is completely in your mind. That is a complete mindset that you can overcome, because why not enjoy every day of your life? Why do we only have to enjoy the weekends? Why do we only have to enjoy certain occasions? Let's enjoy every moment that we're blessed with, every moment that we're given. Today, I am here, Russ Hedge. I am here to inspire and encourage you to live a purpose-driven life of significance. And what does that mean? I want you to be a world changer. I want you to be a difference maker. I want you to do the amazing things God has created you to do, and you can do it. I have faith in you. You might not have faith this morning, but I have faith in you. I believe that we all have a little bit of awesome inside of us, just ready to burst out. And today, I want you to use those amazing talents and abilities you have. I want you to be encouraged. You know what? Life is such an awesome thing. Life is such a blessing. And we all woke up this morning. We're ready to go. Some of us might be a little more up than others. I've been up a few hours now, so I've lived about a half a day for most people before 8 o'clock this morning, my time. So anyway, so glad to be here. We're here at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time every Monday and Thursday on Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. And just in case you were interested, I also have a wonderful show with D. Scott Smith on Wednesdays called The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. Super excited about that one as well. And before that, we have a Instagram live show called The Experience Backstage, and it's all us getting ready for the experience at 7. But at 6:30 a.m. PDT, we have The Experience Backstage with our friend Shree in Houston. Just got to say, I love our sponsors, the Oaks at Lebanon and Shortstop's Burger Steaks and Fries today are an amazing couple companies that you should go to if you're in the local area. But I need to tell you about Wednesday's new sponsor, Chomp Chocolate. It's an amazing dairy-free vegan chocolate that is amazing. It tastes so great. It is going to be huge. And a good friend of mine, Ben, runs that company. You can order that online, so there'll be more information on that. So I want to tell you about those things. And then also don't forget Russ Reels now is every Thursday at 4 p.m. And that is Pacific Daylight Time as well. Russ Reels Live is a panel-driven, topic-driven show. So we have a bunch of guests and we talk about individual topics. This week, we're actually talking about mindset, right? So There you go. That's what you need this morning. A good mindset, a positive mindset for a positive day. Okay, so I think I've covered most of that. Don't forget, I am the author of Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, an encouraging book that you can get on Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, or you can go to russhedge.com, which is my website, and you can go to Buy Book Now. russhedge.com is all the information you need to connect with me. Excuse me. And I might need some water. It's all you need to connect with me and learn about me. russhedge.com. I keep it simple. There you go. Feels so much better. So russhedge.com is a place to go. One last thing I want to tell you about before I get to Phil, because he's going to be amazing this morning. And that is coming up on the 15th of June at noon Pacific Daylight Time. I have an incredible workshop that if you have not signed up for, you should. Right now, you get a discount. There's a promo code, enter to save on that. And it is, oh, wow, I have the wrong one up, but that's okay. This was the last one in May. The new one is June 15th. Same class, successfully transform your business in 3 simple steps. And next time I'll get the right date up there. So anyway, that is June 15th. If I didn't say that, there will be links that'll magically appear in the show notes. So you can go to the right class and sign up for that. It is a way to transform your business in a positive way. Learn to connect, build community, and just love on each other and make great things happen. There you go. All right. So I think we're definitely covered enough now. So I'm going to get Phil in the room. He is ready. He's in the house. Phil
What's
Davis,
hi?
straight from one of my favorite shows, White Christmas. Do you
I love
remember that?
it.
Okay,
Goodness
you
me,
don't. It's all
maybe.
good. It's all good. Bing Crosby and
Yeah,
Danny Kaye, right? Phil Davis is Danny Kaye in the movie.
that's right.
And
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yep, I got
there
you.
you go.
Yeah,
And
now
it
I'm
is,
ringing a bell.
it's one of my favorite Christmas movies. So that was just a little aside.
Yeah.
Anyway, now for the real Phil Davis. How you doing this morning?
Oh man, it's a Monday, and I love what you said earlier. I mean, you brought out so many just inspirational nuggets in the past 5 minutes. Just it is another day of life. It is another day to just be here in the moment, and man, I mean, it's good. It's just so good today, and I loved your intro, your intro music getting me going and jamming and stuff like that. So I mean, it's just a good day, man. And thanks for having me too. I appreciate taking
Oh
the
yeah.
the hour just to get away from the busy and just to take the moment to just chat and just to enjoy you and enjoy this community. So
Well, you bet. And you and I are both busy, but we have found a way. Sometimes we have to work through things, but we
hmm
found a way to connect. But listen, today I want you to give everybody a little information on you
yeah,
and what is Phil all about.
what's this guy all about over here? What is this guy all about? So of course, I'm Phil Davis. I am the founder, owner, and CEO and career coach of Fulfillment, which is a ground up, one-on-one holistic career coaching business that I created very, very organically a few years back. So, of course, I've been in the HR recruiting space for a little bit of time, over 10 years or so. Been through a wild ride of a career story. And of course, like most of us here, just during the pandemic and everything, we've all have really come to this place to really not only to be here to support and to help, but to try to find new, fulfilling, and meaningful ways that we can impact and make a difference. And so the way that I wanted to do that was to start something new along my career journey. And I said, heck, I'll be an entrepreneur and try to make it happen. And here we are today doing it. So that's the 30-second version of at least who I am and what I do. So,
That gets you started. Well, I just love your attitude and what you're all about. That's what really attracted me at first. I really like to reach out to people that are like-minded, to people that are doing amazing things. Doesn't matter what the industry is. If you have the right approach and the right attitude, you can do amazing, amazing things. And you just are full of energy. You're always doing great stuff. I mean, you are, you know, one of those bright lights that are really, staying active. And obviously, you can see that. I love your www.fulfillment.com website. I love what you're up to, your career coaching, your recruiting, all the stuff that you do. Give us a little bit more in that. And also, I want to hear about the opera singer part. That part just really got me interested.
Yeah, well, I've always so as long as I can remember, I used to well I started my musical journey when I was maybe 5 years old or so, and I started on the piano. Actually, believe it or not, singing is my jam and what I love to do. But I actually started
Woo.
playing the piano first, right? And so I did that and started taking choir lessons and doing cantoring at the church and things way back when. It was actually cool because we used to live up in Detroit, and I took my wife Kelsey up to Detroit, Michigan. We used to live in a little town called Brighton, and I used to sing at the local church there, and that's kind of how my music roots began. So we got to
Yeah.
go up to that church and get to visit it a year ago and stuff, which was kind of fun. But really, fast forward to that, at the time, I said, I want to try to make something out of music. And so I went to school, believe it or not, for voice, for opera performance. So, yes, I am. When I say I'm an opera singer on my LinkedIn headline, I am an opera singer. Am I a pro? No, I'm not. I'm trained, yes. But I love doing it. And so I studied music and business in college. And then, really, from there, there's always been an aspect of music in my entire life, not only just my personal life and singing at church and things like that personally, but even professionally. And so, as part of my fulfillment brand, you might notice some posts that I do and just some of the little nuggets I do are kind of like musically in tuned, if you will. I do some singing LinkedIn videos on here. I need to do more of them. So I will be doing some more like job search strategy tunes and stuff later on down the road, but it's always a part of who I am. And I think that's really the most important thing. I think when you start to really think about you as a person and I'm gonna kind of get into maybe some personal branding stuff here because I'm starting to see a lot more people coming to LinkedIn and really sharing their story and really just building their brand here, which is amazing. It's incredible because everybody has a story to share, but as you said earlier in your intro, like we're all here in this world and in this life to make impact and to have meaning and to add value, and we all are different from each other, and that's what's so unique is that we all are able to do stuff for the greater good of others. And so it's part of my brand. And we've talked about this in our first chat. We are the business, right? I mean, it's like
Right.
we're here to sell to share our stories, to really share the value and the impact that we can have, and to just to make a difference to other people. And I like to do it in more ways than just coaching. I like to sing and hopefully to add value there. So
Well, I love that because we have so much in common. I think we might have touched on this a little bit, but we're getting a little more in depth about the music.
yeah,
And I love this. I love the fact that you're making it part of your brand because it's really who you are. It's my friend Rachel Druckenmiller. Same thing. Rachel's always singing, with in her speeches and her
yeah.
videos and all that. And sometimes I feel like maybe I have been a little remiss because we have an enormously musical family. I mean, I bragged on my kids for sure. But I was a worship pastor for years. I actually still am. I'm just not active right now. My beautiful daughter currently is the worship pastor at the church we attend, and is amazing. And my beautiful wife has a gorgeous voice, traveled and sang for years.
What
Our whole
range is
family.
she?
Say it again.
What voice range is she?
Well, truly, both my daughter and wife are altos, but that can sing. They have an enormous range.
Yeah.
They could always sing very low and very high. And so it's always been a ton of fun. And then I always brag. My son, of course, is double Grammy nominated this year.
Mm-hmm.
He, besides being a traveling musician and doing all the music that you and I were grooving out to, he also is in bands that travel. The Grammys were for some mastering, so he actually did some technical work on those, on some big groups that were nominated. But he is traveling right now. He's actually in Nashville recording a music video right now with
Music City.
Citizens,
I love
which
it.
one of his, yeah, so it's fun. So those kind of things, the reason I bring that up is because I love that you're doing that. I love you singing and all that kind of stuff. what can you do for us today, Phil? What can you sing? You've got your water there. You can clear those pipes. What are you going to sing for us today? I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm
Nah,
putting you
you're
on the
fine.
spot.
You're fine. Well, probably we'll take the mic down. I'll probably move my headset because I can get pretty loud. And,
Okay.
I don't know. I think the biggest thing. Well, I played. So I let me back up a couple of steps. So I did a series. I did a series of like videos on LinkedIn. I called them like the ABC alphabet. And so like for each letter of the alphabet, I had like an inspirational message, if you will. And
Uh-huh.
so one of my favorite ones I did was the letter K, which was kindness goes a long way. And so I actually did a video of me singing that kind of little tune, if you will, that message and like why it's important to be kind to people. So I'll just do a little acapella like one around that message because as we're talking about, being kind to other people, making a difference, like lifting people up, fulfilling them, right?
Right.
So I'll do a little bit of that here.
Okay.
Let me just remove it.
Okay. Here we
Get the
go. I'm
chest up,
ready.
make it happen.
I'm ready. Woo.
Okay, hold on. All right, let's see. Johnny on the spot. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So it went like kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a long way.
Woo.
So that was the
Yes.
that was the tune I did. Thank you. That was the tune that I did. Oh gosh, like 4 months ago. But it still pertains today. It still pertains, and it's still meaningful today. So
Oh my goodness. Kindness is so important. I don't know if you know Elizabeth Nagundu, the Kindness Incorporator. She's amazing. And so she just is a friend out of, I think she's out of the East Coast for sure. Maybe
uh-huh.
it's New York anyway. But kindness is so important because how we treat each other is amazingly important to how we all feel each day. If we're treating each other the way we want to be treated, I'm a huge golden rule guy. And so,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I just think that's amazing. And you have such a powerful and awesome voice. That is great. I appreciate that. It reminds me of my college days because we sang more classical music then. I'm more of a, here we go. Come on.
Oh, you need to
Woo.
do one now too.
So yeah, well, every
Yeah.
time when I used to go to clients, I loved doing fun stuff because I just like when I was in college, we did singing telegrams. I
Uh-huh.
was part of the Oregon State University barbershop quartet, which was fun because I love harmonies. And we did things, and they just loved it. We'd go around do singing telegrams and sing for things. But every time I sang in my sales career, I would always do things like "Happy birthday to you. Whoop, 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 whoop. Happy birthday to you.
To
Come on,
you,
here we go. Happy
happy
birthday,
birthday.
dear Phil Davis. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you. Oh, that's a harmony.
Come
See, that's the
on.
cool thing. So I have what you call perfect pitch, right? So I'm sure you
Yep.
know that being in music. So it's I know kind of like what notes people sing or like what they play on the piano, and so I'm able to like easily harmonize and stuff. We had a little harmonization going on there. I like that.
That is cool, and it's
Yeah.
hard to do over video. Yeah, I mean, I remember when they first were doing things at the beginning of COVID. It's
Hmm.
impossible on Zoom to link up because the timing is off. And so they would have to pre-record and do things to make sure everybody was together. And there were some great choirs and things. In fact, the choir my kids were part of back in college, they did some really cool stuff, but they had to pre-record it and link it all up. So yeah, anyway, it's great.
Mm.
So Phil, what exactly in all that you do,
Yep.
how do you still sing in church and do things like that as well?
Yeah, so I don't do it as much just because of COVID and the pandemic and stuff like that. But
Sure.
in the moments, because in our choir, I
Mhm.
mean, the church choir was typically we would get about 15 to 20 people on average doing Sunday service, which is a pretty good size.
Cool.
But now we're a little bit less than half, so we can probably get in about maybe 8 or 9 people or so. And so we usually do a rotation, right? So it's like when it's my turn to come out, it's like, all right, cool. Phil will go and he'll jam it out, make it happen, that kind of thing. But couple times a month is pretty normal for
Cool.
me and stuff like that. If not, I'll just tune into the service and stuff and hear my other choir members sing and things there. I used to do some weddings and stuff. I haven't
Uh,
done a lot. I I can sing great. I can't talk right now. Maybe I should just sing. I'll just sing the
Just sing it.
responses.
Just sing it. Whatever you said, Russ, that's cool. I like it.
I used to do some weddings. Every now and then, I might get back and do some like weddings or like special services and stuff like that. So, but I love doing it. I mean, and I think that's like one of the most important things. I was like kind of pivot into some like career coaching, like job seeking advice. I mean, I think
Right.
one of the biggest things that I like to give people, and I give people here and who's watching now or in the replay, we appreciate you both, or we appreciate everybody watching, is really like to find something that you like to do, as a hobby or something that you enjoy doing that fulfills you, that's outside the job search, right? Because a lot of times when you get into the job search grind, or even I like to call it kind of the job search blues, where we're like, all right, we're going through the application process, we're doing all this stuff, and we devote so much time into the job search, which is not a bad thing, but you always got to make time for yourself, right? Making time to just take that step back, to rest, to reflect, to prepare in order to succeed, right? And I think a
Right.
lot of times, we want to keep moving and going and going and grooving and stuff like that because we want to, get that job offer. But really, when we take that step back, myself included, which I have been doing more often, just taking time off LinkedIn, reflecting on what I want to do as far as my business, that kind of stuff. It really helps you to get your mind right and to clear your mind when you talk about mindset so that you can come back stronger, happier, kinder, more fulfilled, those kind of things. But
Yeah.
find something that you love to do. It can be anything. I mean, I obviously like to sing, but I've started getting into like coloring books again, like adult coloring books for,
Ah,
yeah, it's good therapy. It really is, because there's
yeah.
something about, you know, drawing or, drawing a sketch or, just going in between the lines and just even taking 10, 15 minutes and doing stuff. My favorite one, if I have it, I don't know if I can have it. Let me see if I can find it. My favorite one, well, I mean, it's over there. Let me see if it's over there real quick.
Okay. Well, while Phil is searching for his favorite, I want to just echo.
I can't wait. Okay. So
I Go
sometimes
ahead.
you'll like this. So sometimes people have called me and I would say, if I was a cartoon character, I would be SpongeBob SquarePants because of his energy, his laughs. I'm telling you, I still watch the show every now and then, but I've started. I'll just take a page, right, and I'll just start, doing a little bit of coloring and stuff like that.
My
I know
kids
it's
love
like,
SpongeBob.
yeah, it's basic coloring, but still, like, just the fact that I can do that,
Right.
10 minutes out of the day and just say, hey, you know what? I just got my mind right for the day. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, no, I just think that's amazing. I always say to people, if you don't love what you're doing, quit. I especially tell young people that, and they just look at me like, "What? I can't quit. That's irresponsible." I'm like, "Well, you probably should find another job first, but you don't want to stay stuck in a career or a job that you hate." I mean, there's
mhm,
one thing about transitional work where people are working towards something and they're making some extra money. I get all that, even if they don't love the jobs they're doing on the way to where they're going. But it's being stuck for a lifetime in a career and a job you really don't love. And what do they say? You never, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Is that
yep,
how that quote goes? You probably have that sitting there in your office. And that is so true because when we really love what we do, I know it's hard to tell because I'm a little enthusiastic, but I love what I do. I love getting up in the morning. I love going when it's Monday, I'm like, woohoo. When it's the weekend, I love it. Sure, I like time off. I love to be with my beautiful wife and my family and do things, but I love the people I get to work with because I choose cool people like you, Phil, that I want to hang around with. Honestly, I choose people that I want to hang out with. Um, so when you are giving people advice and you're coaching them, what are ways that you help people overcome when they feel stuck, when they
yep.
feel like they can't do it? How do you encourage them?
Well, I think a lot of it really is, for me, a lot of it is listening in the beginning, right? I mean, I can't I I cannot help them truly unless I know what they're going through, right? So
Sure.
I do, your you call them standard discovery calls. I call them discovery tune-in sessions. Like, actually, let's, tune in. There, right? There's a music pun. Those tune-in meetings where we're really seriously though, because we're really tuning into them and really
Right,
listening to their needs, right? What has them what has them stuck in their career? Why aren't they getting the fulfillment that they deserve? Well, truly, it's their fulfillment that they deserve,
sure.
right?
Yeah,
Is it their job? Is it the work that they're doing? Is it their manager not valuing them, s- um, you know, recognizing their work, rewarding them? Is it micromanagement, right? Is it their culture? Is it the environment they're working in? Is it burnout, right? Burnout is one of the
sure.
biggest things right now, at least on my desk, that people are coming to me about. I'm just burned
Yeah,
out. I don't know what to do anymore. I feel stuck. I don't know where to turn, that kind of stuff. And so
right,
really those initial meetings I have with people, very informal, like all my coaching's so informal. I don't formalize anything, any of that kind of stuff. It's just I try to make it as simple as possible so that we can, or really I can help, you know, bring that person, some fulfillment along my programs, of course, but really more importantly for them to feel like they can have a safe, confidential space with me. I think that's the most
right,
important thing, is that every discussion I have with every person, whether it is networking, whether it is a coaching call, what have you, is all confidential and all safe. And I promote that hard,
right.
just to people. But it's really understanding the person and really what excites them as well. So I do
Sure.
I do a lot of that listening, for sure, tuning into their approach. And it's okay. I've had people reach out and sometimes they don't know. They don't know what's going to fulfill them. And so one of the things that I like to do, at least on those calls, is to understand like what excites them about life, right? Just
Mhm.
aside from the work, that they do, right? What life things do they enjoy doing? What hobbies do
Right,
they like, right? What activities are they doing? What books are they reading? What are things that they're doing that gets them kind of out of that mindset of, oh, another day in the office. Oh my gosh, what am I
right,
going to do? You know? So that's important. But then as far as like the job stuff, right? I like going through, like, yeah, exactly, understanding and knowing what excites them. What have they done in their career, achievement wise, accomplishment wise, that kind of thing, that
right.
they can go back to and they still feel good about. I mean, I'll give myself, I'll share an example of mine. One of the biggest things I did, in my last role, when I was head of recruiting over at a manufacturing bakery company called Brill, the biggest achievement I did there was I helped my recruiters both become promotable. So both became senior recruiters and one became a DEI expert, um, before my role was, unfortunately eliminated. But the biggest thing for me was that kind of aspect of leadership where I was able to help both of them become promoted, and more importantly, for leaders to understand that both of them were doing their jobs so well and that they were making such a difference by saving the company, money on recruitment expenses, hiring top talent faster, and really most importantly providing that like candidate experience that we were able to do as a team, right? So that's like my number one thing, that if I really go back into like a corporate world ever again, that's what I fall back into. It's like that's like the thing that I love about the recruiting side, or at least leadership,
Right.
is developing other people. And I think that really goes hand in hand into my brand fulfillment and the coaching I do, because at the end
Sure.
of the day, I'm here to help other people recognize their value and to get into an opportunity that's going to fulfill them, but that's also going to make sense for them, and that's going to really bring out their uniqueness to that
Sure.
company. Yeah. So
Well,
that's a
you
long-winded
remind me.
answer, but yeah.
No, no, that was good. It reminds me of my good friend Russ Johns, who wants to help more people help more people. You would just really have a heart to help people. And if I was you, I would never go back into the corporate world. I would keep doing what you're doing because you're amazing. You got an amazing heart, and all that you're doing, I think, should be such a benefit for so many people, so much value in all that you're sharing. So, we are actually at the end of our time, but what I want to do is I want you to sing us going out here. Yeah, your final thing, what I want you to do is whatever you feel up to. But, one thing that I want to tell everybody, music brings joy.
Yeah.
Music lightens your heart, lightens the day. It also is
Mhm.
a good memory tool, by the way. I used to teach my kids scripture by singing it to them, and then they
Mm.
would sing it back to me. It's a great way to remember things as well. So there's so many benefits to music in all that you do, in your career, whatever that might be. And Phil, who's an amazing opera singer, is going to sing us another little tune before we go today.
I love it. Yeah. I would say, well, I would sing. Let me think. I'm thinking my biggest like my takeaway tip of advice that I could give
Yes.
people. All right, here we go. I got you.
Okay.
Some water. All right. You hear me okay? We're good? Okay. I would say the biggest tip of advice is to always never give up. Always never give up. You've got this. Always keep going and never give up.
Woo!
There we go.
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love
Thank
it.
you.
I love it. Well, you know what?
Mm,
I have appreciated you so much today. We're going to have to do this again
I agree.
because we need to have more time to talk. But give everybody your contact information because I know they're going to want to get in touch with you and have you sing for them, or at least help them with their career. So, how do they get in touch with Phil today?
Absolutely. Well, the easiest way is on LinkedIn. I'm here quite often during the week. The weekends I'm off and on because, of course, I don't ever work on the weekends. It's like one rule, one company rule I have. I don't work on the weekends, but I will like respond to messages and stuff. So LinkedIn, just send me a direct message. Absolutely connect with me too if you want to send a connection request. Please do. Um, my website, of course, fulfillment.com right there. Yeah, or you can send me an email, phil@fulfillment.com. But typically, LinkedIn is the best way to reach me directly for a quicker response rate. So, but I will
Perfect.
respond. That's the most important thing. If people do reach out, I will respond to you. Um, but I'm here. I mean, I'd say the most important thing. I say it all the time. Like I am truly here and happy to help in any capacity. So, but
Yeah.
I just
And
appreciate you having me.
you bet. And I will attest to the fact that he does always get back to you. He does always communicate. Even when we've had to change up the schedule, he's always on it. He's always making adjustments and always there. So, and communicating, that is so important. So, I just appreciate you, Phil, so much. I appreciate all that you're doing. And I know that people are going to want to get in touch with you. Everybody, the information has been clickable in the comments, also in the show notes. It's all there. And it's been scrolling across the bottom of the screen. The whole show is LinkedIn site. So, make sure and get in touch with him. And Phil, thank you so much. I'm going to send you to the green room. Hang tight for just a second, and we're going to wrap this baby up today.
Beautiful.
Hey, everybody. Wow. What a great show. I love that. I love the fact that he's willing just to be him and just come on and sing and do amazing things. I love that. I love to sing with people too, as you can tell, have a great time. And I love music. It just is my joy in life. Listen, I want to remind you though, we're here every Monday and Thursday, not always singing, but we're here every Monday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time with amazing people who connect. Did I tell you that? We have amazing people who connect, like Phil, that are reaching out, helping, connecting with others, building community. That is what we're all about. That's because I believe that is the foundation of all good marketing is connecting and building community. So I just want to tell you guys that I appreciate you being here. I think I got the right one this time. There we go. So coming up, thanks to Haugen's Galleries and the wonderful Miriam Haugen, they are sponsoring this week's or this month. I'm sorry, not weeks. This month's workshop. You can go right to that QR code. Whoop! It'll take you right there, and you can actually sign up for the class. I have promo codes going right now, so you can save on that. It's an amazing class. If you can't afford anything, please touch base with me. I would love to help you and make that possible for you to be in there. Also, just want to remind you, again, we're here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Coming up Wednesday, the Experience Live with Russ and Scott at 7 and the pre-show at 6:30 on Instagram. And then Thursday at 4, we have Russ Reels Live. Last but not least, just want to tell you that today I'm super excited. My good friend, Dr. Nupi Arora, is starting her first live stream at noon today, noon Pacific Daylight Time. GMT, her time, it's 8 p.m. And she will be going live with the glitter practitioner. And I am blessed to be able to produce that and help her. So if you want to tune into that at noon, that's all over social media as well. So join in today. It's going to be so much fun. She's like Phil. She has so much energy. She's just there to bless you today. Taking one last look at the comments. Just thank you, everybody, for being here today. Yes, and my wonderful teammate and helper, Ever. She is amazing. She's put this information up here, and also there's the promo code. You get $50 off right now, so do that. There's the information on the glitter practitioner coming up at noon today. So without any further ado, I think it's time to wrap the show up. So appreciate all of you being here today. I love it. Every Monday and Thursday. We'll be here again Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So join us, and we'll talk to you then. Have a great day and a great life. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.